I'd like to start this video by thanking someone in the comments for pointing out to me that the neighbor who pulled up and saw Tiffany Lucas walking down his steps, and Tiffany told, "My kids are dying." That neighbor went into Tiffany's home, discovered the boys' body, saw a gun lying on the bed, and bless his heart, the neighbor stayed with those two children, Jaden, 9, and Maurice, 6, until EMS arrived. I'd like to focus in this video on statements by a family friend, Talia Crutcher, that may give some insight as to whether or not Tiffany has a really, really bad temper that could lead her to doing what she ultimately did, which is shooting her two sons to death, and Tiffany's own statements immediately after the event, which to me are great indicators of what Tiffany Lucas's mental state was like in close proximity to her shooting her children. Family friend Talia Crutcher, she stated that she spent this past Halloween with Tiffany and the boys and that everything seemed good, that everything was good, according to Talia. And she said that she was shocked to hear that Tiffany had shot and killed Maurice and Jaden. But Talia went on to state that Tiffany, according to Talia, she goes off very fast, like she'll get mad and flip a switch, unquote. Okay, Tiffany told police that someone had given her the gun days earlier. That makes me wonder if Tiffany had been contemplating for days if she was going to murder her children. Tiffany also, she said to the neighbor, "My kids are dying." That says to me that Tiffany Lucas understood, that she clearly knew that her children had suffered injuries that were likely to lead to their deaths. Immediately after the event, Tiffany told police that the only way she would harm her children is if she was manipulated into doing so. What that's called, ladies and gentlemen, is a defense. Do you all believe that a person suffering from a severe mental illness or who had ingested a drug that prompted them to murder their own children would be able to start crafting a defense so quickly? It's true that Tiffany Lucas in the past, that she spent 30 days in jail for drug possession. Little 6-year-old Maurice, who was affectionately known as Peanut to family and friends. His stepmother, Michelle Rice, she says that she does believe that drugs played a role and that she does not believe that one person can manipulate another person into doing what Tiffany Lucas did. According to family members, they've called Child Protective Services in the past on Tiffany Lucas, but family members felt like that CPS, of course, did not respond adequately. Now, a lot of you are following this case on multiple channels, and you all are more up to date than I am. Please put it in the comments if you all have found out any specific concerns that the family iterated to Child Protective Services, because Michelle Rice went on to say that there were plenty of people who loved those children and who would have helped Tiffany, but that Tiffany was too selfish to allow anyone to help her and the boys. Now, the oldest child, Jaden, his father died in 2019. But I am very hard pressed to believe that Tiffany Lucas had zero family, zero friends, that the boys had zero family that would have helped her had her problems been made aware to them, whether they be financial, whether it be drug addiction, or a mental illness. But I could be wrong. Tiffanie told police that no one else had been in the home that day. She was able to talk coherently to police. She was aware of everything that had just happened. So I don't know about you all, but right now, mental illness is not something that I think may have provoked these murders. Not the type of mental illness that would qualify as a legal excuse. Detective Bill said that 4 gunshots rang out in 30 seconds. And I keep going back to what family friend Talia Crutcher said. Quote, like she'll get mad and flip a switch. End quote. So I'll leave you all with what investigator Alex Payne said. Whether you think it's mental illness, just pure evil, a combination of both. It could be substance abuse. Pick your poison. None of it's good. Unquote. I agree with Alex Payne. Whatever the reason, whatever the motivation that led Tiffanie Lucas to do what she did, the results are horrific. What do you all think? Do you think that someone that is suffering from some sort of severe mental illness or someone who is in a drug-induced state could speak coherently to the neighbor, to police, would know to seek help, would know that her children are dying, and who would immediately say, I was manipulated?